Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is Tough back again with part 2 of my TLC review. I was leaving off that Intercontinental Championship match. I gave it a 2 out of 5. All because out of all the people on SmackDown, you give Drew McIntyre a fucking belt. Where's R-Truth's belt? Where's Dolph Ziggler's belt? You have so many people on SmackDown that can at least get shots at the fucking Intercontinental title. You give it to Drew McIntyre. No fucking comment. 2 out of 5. I'm very disappointed in that match, and it was probably one of the worst performances I've seen John Morrison have in a very long time. Okay, next we had the Women's Championship match. We was Michelle McCool defending against Mickie James. She had Layla. Michelle McCool had Layla at ringside. So far, this would be my highest rated match at this card so far. I mean, compare it to the Intercontinental title and the ECW title for a Divas match. This wasn't that bad. I mean, Mickie James, has something to prove. They was making fun of her. They called her a pig. I don't think she's all that big. I mean, she's thick. She's a nice kind of thick. But, I mean, she's not, like, obese or anything. I mean, and if anything, Layla is probably fatter than fucking Mickie James is. But that's for another story. But anyway, that was so far, I think I enjoyed watching that match a little bit more than the previous 2 matches that were on. I really didn't mind it all that much. And for a Divas match, I've actually given this match, it was physical. They kept on going back and forth. It was a horrible ending because, Michelle McCool just kicked her in the head. Didn't even use a finisher. No finishing moves in here. No attempts to hit any finishing moves in this match. Just like the damn ECW title match. But as a Divas match, I'm gonna give the the Witches their due. I think it was pretty good. Kind of upset that Mickie James didn't win it, but she'll probably win it when she gets a title shot opportunity in the next 2 weeks. I actually give it a 4. It was a pretty good match. It was a whole hell of a lot better than that fucking Intercontinental title match. That's for damn sure. So I'll give it a 4. Next up, this is the match this is one of the, Intercontinental title got a 2. But, this match right here, I've been saying for weeks was going to be the biggest clusterfuck, for lack of a better term. And of course, excuse my nose is itching. The title match between Sheamus and WWE Champion John Cena. Table match. So it gets me to thinking, Cena can't make you submit. So that's out, because we know how many cheap victories John Cena got off the STF. That, by the way, he can't even apply properly. But this is what gets me. I mean, I'm all for, young talent getting a break. I'm all for it. I think that we need to have a lot more of it. I'm just kind of upset that Sheamus is the person that you choose. You have white versus the whitest of white. You have the Great White Hope versus the Great White Hype. And quite frankly, I don't know who I can constitute as the hypest. Because to me, I think John Cena is all about hype. He's just like Hulk Hogan. Fucking 70-80% media creation. And 20% of and the other 20% is his own fucking personality. Yeah, Cena's a real go-getter. Yeah. And everyone knows that I'm not a fan of John Cena. I haven't been a fan of John Cena for a long time, if any. But all the people you have on Raw, Sheamus, is the person you choose to go up against John Cena? Number one, it was a horrible match. I didn't know which way. I somewhere in the back, because I read that Cena was taking some time off, so somewhere in the back of my head, I figured that Sheamus was probably going to get the belt. I figured John Cena wins all his fucking matches cheaply, but I mean, he has the second most overrated finishing move in the WWE. I mean, I'm not talking bad of the dead, because we all know Umaga is passed away. He's gone. Next to the Samoan Spike, the FU is the most overrated finishing move in professional wrestling, fucking period. A fucking fireman carry slam. Get the fuck out of here. And what makes me so mad, that I was waiting for John Cena to get Sheamus in a FU position through a fucking table. I was waiting for, because you know it was going to happen, except it didn't happen. And I'm surprised that it didn't. But Cena, through the past couple years, beat Triple H, beat Michaels, beat Umaga, beat Lashley, beat Khali. All these fucking people that could have beaten that. Shawn Michaels should have won the title from John Cena. Out of all these fucking people, you have John Cena beating the fuck out of Carlito every time they're in the ring. You have John Cena winning all his fucking matches the same cheaply way he wins a fucking pay-per-view. And you choose Sheamus, of all fucking people, to win the WWE Championship. And by the way, the finish of this match was fucking horrible. Cena's back has been worked over the whole entire fucking match. Well, not really. No, not really. Because it wasn't technical at all. It was not a technical match at all. It was a slugfest. Like every fucking Cena match. Two guys who can't fucking wrestle for the WWE title. Then you have John Cena on top. Table set up. And one thing I like, when Sheamus was about to get hit with the FU, he picked up a table and threw it out the ring. That was very smart. If anything, Sheamus showed quite the intelligence when in this match. He did a lot of inquisitive things to keep him out of losers, to keep him from being a loser of this match. He did some pretty good things. On the top rope, trying to go for shit, Sheamus is holding on for dear life, and then Cena falls from the top rope. Keep in mind, there was no contact. Sheamus never physically touched him. He lost his balance and fell through the fucking table. I didn't see Sheamus as much give him a little push to fall through the table. Next thing you know, like this pen in my hand, off the top rope, Cena falls through the table. New WWE champion. There were boos and cheers all through the match, and I think you heard a lot of people booing John Cena. Some Indian or some dude of some sort of Arabic descent was in the crowd, and when Cena and Sheamus was fighting in the crowd, he said, "Cena, I hate you." Yes, we all do. Trust me, you're not the only one. I'm almost out of time for this video too. I'm going to rank this real fast. But I'm going to go to part 3 of this video, then I'm going to rank this match.